There's an island right in the middle of Indonesia that no one really talks about.
Day 1 on Sumbawa.
Sumbawa. Why don't we hear about it? Is there nothing to see? Or simply no one to tell the story? The wildest four-wheel tracks up massive volcanoes, the most fascinating sea creatures within arm's reach, 100 smiles, and 100 encounters. Let us tell you about Sumbawa.
Yeah. Okay.
We are Nick and Mathilde, and we've left everything behind to travel the 7 continents with our Land Rover Defender, the Albatross.
Europe, North America, South America, Antarctica, Australia, Asia, and Africa. A world tour for real. We want to see it all.
This is day 1154 and we are in Sumbawa, Indonesia.
This is the Next Meridian Expedition.
Ready for Sumbawa?
Ready for Sumbawa.
Sumbawa, the overshadowed Indonesian island, lies quietly next to Lombok and Bali. We disembark on its eastern coastline in the fishing and wooden boat buildings town of Sape. Low-key and authentic, Sape sets the tone for the rest of our journey on the island.
Oh yeah, they got some fish. Nice. Good. Go! Yeah! Okay!
As night falls, we set up camp on a hill above the town, ready to discover this surprising island.
Day 1 on Sumbawa.
Alright, today we're driving practically 5 hours to get to a volcano called Tambora.
And it's quite remote, so on our way we need to stop for veggies probably. So we'll just do a stop in town. Pagi! We'll probably just do a stop in town and then off to discover Sumbawa.
A few vegetables from the local market of Sape, and we hit the road. Mount Tambora, where we're heading, unexpected encounters and some of the most incredible wildlife that you can find. We have no idea yet how much Sumbawa will gift us, but we bring you with us to discover it.
Hello!
How is it to be back in Albo?
So good. So good to be back in Albo. Everything works just like before. Being able to drive, take the showers outside, sleep up there. Even simple things like refueling Albo, just refueling, putting all the water jerry cans, all the switches, checking the battery levels. I mean, I don't know, it's all part of, I don't know, it gets technical and fun. I like it. And then obviously, all the new landscapes we get to see.
And I've heard some frustration on the Indonesian traffic.
Yes. The roads are very windy, so you're at an average of 30 and 40. There's so many scooters, which is the best way to travel around Indonesia. But being so many scooters is that you're always stuck behind one, and when you pass one, then there's another one. And so it's very, very slow going. And it's okay most of the time, but sometimes you just want to go, you know, and it's like, you can't. So, alright, we got an hour 17 left until we reach the gates of the National Park of the volcano. So we just went to Pos 1, as they call it in Indonesia, which is stop 1, I guess, or level 1. And the ranger's office was there. He's like, okay, you need to pay an entrance. We said, all right, cool, let's do it. And then he says, by the way, you need to be a really good driver. It's very, very, very hard. And I was like, oh man, how hard is this thing? He was like, super hard, extreme difficulty. I was like, really? What does that even mean? Like, you know, we did Australia, we did a lot of off-roading. And so, I guess we'll find out, but obviously if it gets tough, there's no point for us to show anything off, so we'll turn around. But he said the view from the top is amazing, so we said, all right, well, we're gonna go then. So it is starting to be a little bit bumpy, and it's very narrow with all the trees, but I'll can do it.
The four-wheel drive up Tambora is simply not mapped. All we know is that it exists. It goes up to a place called Pos 3. For the rest, we'll have to guess.
Well, I guess we're going the right way.
It's not obvious that we're going the right way.
Nope, but that sign is saying so, so I guess we just keep bushwhacking.
Having fun?
This is so much fun. What I think is the coolest thing is that this reminds me of Belize, when we were really going like completely off the road and driving through bush. But what's crazy is here we're going all the way to the top of a volcano, and it's just bushwhacking the whole thing. I think it's awesome. It's gonna be an experience we'll never forget, that's for sure.
They disappeared in the jungle.
Yeah, exactly. This is like some proper, almost like, you know, when that car in South America happened. They were really going through stuff like this, full of mud and bush, and they had to cut the trees. Luckily for us, everything is kind of cut out, but it feels awesome.
We made it to the second station in half the time the ranger told me it would take. So we think that we should be sweet for the next part, except we're going to have to do double the climb in the same distance. So the ranger warned us the last part is the steeper and the most difficult. So let's see what we get, but we're going to get at least a beautiful sunset, I think.
All right.
Bravo pilot, bravo elbow. Woo!
That was tight.
They've done it.
Yeah.
We made it to the third station.
Yeah.
Good job pilot, good job elbow. Ooh. That was pretty hard toward the end.
Is it right here in the parking?
Yeah, I think so. We made it to post 3, which is the end of the road and also the departure for the hike tomorrow. Didn't want to drive at night, but between post 2 and post 3 there was just nowhere to stop, so we made it thanks to the talent of driving. I'm not sure your surgeon would be 100% happy with that. The whole like...
It's okay. My arm's good. That bone is fixed, ready to go.
Yeah, it works. That we can say it works with all of this.
And the mist is coming all around us now.
Wow, we can see it on the camera actually.
Yeah, it's coming up right.
You know that I'm always the one talking about the partner of our adventures. So today, the partner of this video is NordVPN, and I decided I'm going to test Nick on the topic. Hey Nick!
Yo!
Yo! I have a little game for you. If you answer all the questions right, you get a sneaker.
That's why the Snickers was here.
Question 1 for the win. What is NordVPN?
So NordVPN is an app that you download on your phone and your computer. It's a way of encrypting your data from hackers, and on top of it you can place yourself anywhere in the world so that you're really protected. Is that right?
Yeah, you're completely incognito with NordVPN.
Okay, cool.
Question 2 for the win. How many different locations can you choose from when you connect to NordVPN?
Probably more than 100.
Yeah, that's not bad, not bad. It's 125. Okay, give me a good example of one time we used this like remote location server thing.
Wow, we've done it many times, but I think once was when we bought flight tickets to the US for a friend's wedding. And we did that from Peru, but we located ourselves, I think, in Turkey. And I think you got $100 off the flight tickets.
Yeah, that's a good example. Question number 4 for the win. Are you ready?
Yeah.
What is the price of a monthly subscription?
Oh, you always say it. It's the price of a coffee.
Yeah, it's about the price of a coffee. So you know what?
What?
You
Ah, sweet.
get a sneaker. And you watching the video with the code NMX, you get 4 months extra on a 2-year subscription using the link in description. Thank you, NordVPN.
Thanks, NordVPN. Look at that. On this thing, this tells you that the box is already full. How are you doing?
I'm good.
Cool. Where are we going today?
We're going to climb Tambora. It's a big volcano in Indonesia.
Last night we slept here on the hilltop, 1,800 meters, and you know what's great? It's the first night where it wasn't humid, it wasn't too hot, it was just perfect temperature. It was around 21. Oh man.
Oh, we need to find a chair.
Oh man, that's gonna be so bad.
Found it!
Good job on finding it. Mathilde saw this little arrow and it's true. Boom! Nice!
Just look for the sign.
In the mist, we climb. Tambora is not a well-known destination. We struggled to drive all the way there, so now we're committed to seeing it for ourselves. We just hope the weather won't disturb our plans.
We're 200 meters away from the top, and literally in the past minute, all the clouds have moved. So now we need to get up there. It's our moment. Give it a little last boost. Come on! Look at this. And the clouds have left. We are so lucky. Wow.
The clouds came with me.
Uh-oh, so we gotta quickly enjoy the view.
They like stopped. They were right behind me. I was like, I need to be fast.
Woo!
imagine this. It was in 1815, and there's actually a lot of like written testimonies on what happened. And then one day, the entire mountain just blew up. Explosive eruption. The mountain was 4,600 meters high, I think. After the explosion, it's only 2,700 meters high. Some people say you could hear it from Borneo or even Thailand, and all of the trees and vegetation were like thrown into the ocean and covered in ash. It created those giant rafts. There's testimonies of people noticing those giant rafts in India. It created what they call in 1816 the year without summer. It completely shifted the temperature around the globe. Like in North America and Europe, the agriculture was completely messed up for 1 year, and the overall temperature of the planet was around 1 degree or 2 degrees less.
Crazy. Goodbye. And unlucky us, it's now raining. Alright, let's get to the bottom. What's
Crazier now than it was yesterday, no?
well, no, to me it felt already crazy yesterday.
I didn't want to like warn all my family about this thing and make it.
We descend under torrential rain, weaving through the shifting microclimates that circle this massive volcanic cone. Tambora, we conquered it. Now it's time to pump up the tires, find a place to eat and place to rest before heading toward our next epic stop.
Our compressor switch is broken, so we have to stop in this little village. The good thing is, the good thing is that there's tire shops everywhere because everyone needs a tire shop. And so we found a compressor really fast, like 20 minutes from coming out of the four-wheel drive.
On paper, these in-between moments always seem like the least exciting part of travel. But over time, we've learned that it's in these simple, everyday moments that the most memorable encounters with locals happen.
Sapi. This is my plate. I got Mathilde on my right, and we got
A whole set.
we've got watchers. Honestly, this is really good food. Loving it. Sapi. Sapi.
So we have Nick eating, and she's doing a live TikTok.
We're live right now.
We're live.
Somewhere in Indonesia.
White people eating chicken.
Yeah.
Look at a flower. Wait. Rumah. Tidur up here. Now it opens and makan. Fridge.
Enak, bagus.
And
Terus dia balik di rumah.
Okay, bye-bye.
bye. Terima kasih. Terima kasih. Me too. Why? Why? Okay, bye.
Kindness and smiles never seem to end in Indonesia. On Sumbawa, white people, the bule, as we're called here, are rare, so we become a form of entertainment, which makes connecting incredibly easy, even if it means eating lunch live on a stranger's video call as we look for a quiet corner of coastline to park our four wheels in the sand. We don't know yet, but it's not the end of our friendly encounters.
We found a camp spot on the beach tonight, and we met some friends also, a group of guys hanging out here and just listening to music. And we think that tomorrow morning will be beautiful.
So we got Albo parked over there. We're on the beach, hard to see. Those are the group of Indonesians who were hanging out by the beach. The sunset and a beer.
It should be good.
I must know.
What is his name? Nama?
Arkan.
Arkan.
Iya, Arkan.
Hello, Arkan. Oh, no, he's shy, he's shy.
Salim dulu. Salim. Cium tangan.
And what, me, can I do it?
A group of teenagers with their little brother are spending the evening listening to music on the beach. Sumbawa is a Muslim island. They drink a soft palm wine and offer it to us. Coldplay on the speakers, barely a word of English between us, but a beautiful evening shared together. What did we tell you? The most ordinary moments bring the best encounters.
We have visitors. Meh. We said it, the campsite was not too bad. Today is Albo's graduation day. He just got...
He got 250,000 kilometers. Bam! With an engine that I'm not sure, probably has 35,000. So new engine, old chassis.
We leave the peninsula where the volcano Tambora rises and follow the winding coastline. In the calm waters of this immense bay, a rare and majestic inhabitant comes to feed, right where local fishermen set up their floating platforms.
We've been driving for maybe 3 hours and a half, and we made it at the end of a big bay on the north side of the island. And this area is known because you have the whale sharks, the biggest fish on earth, living in the area. So we wanted to go see them and possibly swim with them. But with Nicola's surgery, we need to check that he's actually able to swim. So first, we're going to test it. Excited to go back in the water?
Not really.
But for the whale sharks, maybe.
But the water is warm here, so that's good. And I'm not gonna use my right arm. I'm just gonna use my feet and my left arm, and I wanna see if I can flow at least. So I'm gonna go test how that feels, and if it's good, then we'll go. If it's no good, then
We won't go.
we won't go. All right. Am I slow?
No, you're okay. You're okay. It would be even easier tomorrow.
Oh yeah, plus the water will be clear.
With the fins and the salt in the water.
Ah, let's do it. Let's book
do
this
it.
thing, man.
Let's go see those whale sharks.
see them whale.
We've been at sea for maybe 2 hours, a bit less. And we've been going in the bay far away. We reached the fishing platform. The sun is peeking behind us. Just here, it's beautiful. And I think soon we should move to look for the whale sharks. But it's quite cool to see the fishing platforms. It's really like a little house floating around the boat. More than 100 individuals have been recorded in the Salé Bay, feeding on the small fish and plankton gathered in the nets of the fishermen. These whale sharks can measure up to 20 meters long and live up to 130 years. They dive deeper than any other fish, with the deepest dive ever recorded at 1,928 meters. Locals in Salé Bay call them pakektorok, the death shark, because they tend to linger near the baggans even when engines are running. They're huge, and like when you follow one, you think like, okay, I'm safe distance, not in the trajectory, and then you turn and there's a huge one, even bigger behind you.
We have about 5.5 hour drive.
West Coast Sumbawa, we're here.
Let's go.
Let's go.
We take the road again, this time heading towards Sumbawa's west coast for one final stop. Along the way, we see more and more large upscale buildings. The housing and infrastructure suddenly seem much wealthier than we've ever seen elsewhere in Indonesia. We realize we're at the base of one of the world's largest copper and gold mine, but mining trucks and workers in uniform aren't the only unusual sights. We see an unexpected number of scooters, all equipped with surfboard racks. The area is actually known for world-class waves, bringing a niche kind of tourism to this remote island, which is perfect because we were actually looking for a beach.
The thing that I just really want, since we're in Indonesia, is just to have 4 wheels on the sand, under the coconut trees. So now what we're gonna do is look for that paradise beach. So we heard of a place called Scar Reef, where a lot of surfers go, and it looks promising, so fingers crossed.
Push. Encore. Stop.
I think we may have just found our bivouac spot for the night. Mathilde is already here enjoying the view.
Not bad, huh?
Not bad at all.
It's the kind of place where we wish we were like good surfers, because it seems to be the thing to do. And the surfers, they grab little boats, they pay them, they say 50,000, so it's like €2, something like that. And then the boat bring them to the break, I think that's how they call it. And then they jump off the boat and they have the big wave where they are, and when they want to go back, they just wave their boards. It's super cool.
This part of Sumbawa might be the closest thing you'll find to a tourist destination. And yet around us, a few skilled surfers, local kids play football at sunset, adults fish in the shallow waters. Sumbawa is unique in its simplicity, all the way to its most paradise-like beaches. It's time to leave our 4th Indonesian island. We run a few errands to prepare for the next journey. One last air compressor on the side of the road, one last refill of drinking water and regular water. And of course, one last simple roadside lunch.
Good, huh? Yes, okay.
That's what we call a one-stop shop. There's the compressor, there's the restaurant, we bought water, And here they're working on the car. Great!
And now we're getting lunch. Amazing.
Amazing. Breakfast is served.
Yeah, breakfast slash like lunch. It's like a brunch.
I put my spices in your plate.
Oh yeah?
It's super spicy.
Okay.
Paggy!
Where's your next destination?
Lombok!
Lombok?
Bali, Java.
Oh, I see. But this ship they're saying to Bali. Direct to Bali.
No, we go to Lombok! Ah!
So cute. At the office, he knew we were a bit nervous of buying our ticket ourselves online for the first time and to mess something up. And so he looked at the ticket and he was like, "You're going to Lombok? No, you're going straight to Bali. Like, I can see it on your ticket." And we're like, "No, we're not going to Bali." And then he was like, "I got you." Love it.
Amazing.
Indonesians are like really good vibe. Huh?
Yeah. Sweet. Look at that.
I'm a bit sad to leave Sumbawa. It was really nice, no?
Yeah, it was really good. Also not many tourists, the water was clear. We saw whale sharks, there was Tambora volcano, beautiful beaches, surfers.
Let's be real for a second. 1 month ago, we had no idea Sumbawa even existed. Just another name on another map. But after this journey, we're not ready to forget it. In the scope of our world tour, crossing every continent, it may just look like one more island, but it surprised us. And there's nothing better than a raw, genuine discovery when traveling. We know the encounters and experiences we lived here will stay with us. Next week, we take you to Lombok, the 5th Indonesian island of our journey. Are you ready for that? 'Cause we're going!
Hello chicken! Pok, pok, pok. Ah. Well, looks like we went off-roading.
I can't let you go, baby. I just wanna tell you that. No, 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 no. Yeah. All of my friends say, girl, you better take care